Hi, my name is Lauryn McCoy. I'm a freshman at Muldrow High School, and I'm the 2016-2017 Junior Miss Cherokee.
How does that make you feel being Junior Miss Cherokee?
Well, it made me feel ecstatic because I've always known I wanted to win Junior Miss Cherokee, and it just made my heart full whenever I won because I felt like I could actually make a change for the people around our nation. So it felt really good for me to win.
Lauryn has had many physical setbacks in her young life, and how she deals with them brought her to choosing the platform of self-confidence when running for Junior Miss Cherokee. She makes appearances at schools talking about self-confidence and how important it is to succeed in life.
Self-confidence is basically something that comes from inside of you. It doesn't matter how you dress, what you look like, or where you live, or what you do. That doesn't determine your self-confidence. Your self-confidence is how you tackle an obstacle, no matter how scared or afraid you may be, and no matter what the outcome of that may be.
Lauryn earned her sash and crown after she demonstrated how to make traditional shell shackles for stomp dancing, answered why she thought Cherokee society has always held women in high esteem, and presented a speech on the importance of building self-confidence in Native youth.
How the chief presents himself. You want to go up and talk to him, but if you don't have that kind of self-confidence in yourself, then you're never going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve in your biggest goals in your life. Well, it means everything to me because growing up, I've always known I was Cherokee, but I didn't understand what it meant. And as I won Junior Miss Cherokee, I just started to realize that we are a sovereign nation and we can do however we please. We rule how we want, and we're just a free people. We're very connected with each other.
As a child, Lauryn suffered from nerve damage in both ears, requiring hearing aids. She's had therapy to help her to learn to speak properly. She has vision problems and limb and joint difficulties. Yet despite all this and the frequent aches and pains associated with them, she enjoys basketball and even the simple pleasure of running.
So go, get there,
And there is more. But it is enough to say that any one of these difficulties might amount to a major roadblock in any person's development. Taken all together, it might seem an impossible task to overcome what life has dealt her.
I thought you did a great job with your storytelling. I would not have
Well, growing up, I've never not known that my house was Cherokee because we've always gone to the stomp grounds and stomp dances, and we've always brought that back home with us. So it was always just a tradition and a way of life growing up for me.
Shug is probably one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet, and she's probably one of the best students that's ever walked the halls of Brushy School. Very goal-driven. She, everything on her own. Didn't have to be prompted by teachers. Just a goal-driven girl. Just a good girl. Good, coming from a good family, and those values are there with her. And she's very aware of her culture, and every year she always did some type of cultural event for us and for the students here. And we appreciate it, and I know the Cherokee students appreciate it for sure.
Lauryn is a freshman at Muldrow High School. Most people know her as Shug. It's a name that has stuck with her for all of her 15 years.
up top. Ball comes here, Shug did a good job. She came over to trap.
Growing up, apparently everybody always called me a sugar baby. So whenever I was growing up a little older, people started calling me Shug and just cutting that down. Whenever I started T-ball, and when I was 3 years old, I went to my coach. He asked me what my name was, so I told him. I had to think about that for a little bit. And I said, sugar baby? Because I didn't know everything, and I've always heard that name, and I forgot my real name.
Oh, okay, so how much is it?
I heard that.
27.
Oh my! Oh yeah, so that's way up. So are you thinking about going along or shorts? Okay, good.
She enjoys business math class and physical science classes as well.
Don't have confidence. Okay. Oh, thank you.
The only time I really get to see Lauryn is in passing in the hallway. She's not ever in trouble. I don't ever hear her. I have to look for her. She's a quiet person, but she's always looking for ways to serve others. And so I'm really proud of Lauryn for all of her accomplishments. I've seen her work harder than other kids normally have to work to succeed. She's come a long way in basketball. You start young and your skills are rather rusty, but she's come a long way, and her chin has come up higher. She's more confident in herself, and she's learning to speak out to others where she used to be. She's sort of shy, and she would ask Mom things before she would talk to me, but she can come and talk on her own, and she's just becoming a beautiful young lady. She is a quiet and thoughtful person. I think she puts a lot of thought into anything before she speaks, but if she believes in it, is a very, very strong advocate for herself and for anyone that she finds that needs advocating.
These made are just like this.
Lauryn loves stomp dancing, and her beliefs help her get through a lot of things. She started as a small child and is also interested in learning to make the shackles, or doxies as she calls them, because her grandmother would make them.
I would have to say my maternal grandmother, which is Nancy Fields, because she taught me everything I know about making shackles, and she's my inspiration for using that in the pageant. So I feel like she really stands out to me as being Cherokee because she's taught me everything I know. Well, the first time I saw her actually making the shackles, I was probably around maybe 11, because every time she'd always go out by the play set with a bucket that she would sit on, and she'd have a turtle, she'd pick it up and she'd start cleaning it out in that bucket. So I guess I didn't know if I was supposed to see that or not, but she just always did that. So you can either call them doxies or shackles. So, but more times than not, we go with doxies because that's what we were taught at Stomp Grounds. I think the story about this is like every time you hear with the men singing the prayers and the women shaking their doxies, it's like a prayer from the smoke of the fire that goes up to God, and He gets that, and He'll make everything right and okay with what's going on right now.
And she has grown up with other traditions, in addition to stomp dancing.
I grew up on corned beef necklace making and playing stickball, which is something we've always done at the Stomp Ground on every Sunday whenever we're not stomp dancing on Saturdays. So we're actually divided up into like the 7 clans, and each clan has their different camps. So whenever they go to lunch, they go to their own camps to go eat lunch, and then they come back and start playing stickball again.
When Lauryn is not fulfilling her obligations for Junior Miss Cherokee or playing on the basketball team, she likes to read, play games on her electronic Wii, and watch TV, which doesn't happen very often. Lauryn would like to become Miss Cherokee, even if it happens while she is in college.
I would also like to pursue a degree in just maybe healthcare so I can come back and help the Cherokee people. I'm thinking about maybe going into surgery because I want to help people, and I know a lot about that because I've been through that myself.
Whatever she chooses to do, the obstacles that she has overcome, that's going to take her a long way in her future. In whatever endeavor she chooses in life, she is going to be able to go out and be successful at it because of what effort she has put into it.
I think I could just tell them that everything's always going to be okay if they just stay strong inside, and if they feel like they don't have anyone to go to, they can always go to their parents or a teacher that they trust or one of their best friends that they know they can trust, because they just need to get that all out and they don't need to carry that weight around with them.